Hello and welcome to lesson 15 of the Learn Persian with Chai and Conversation reading and writing program. So this is the last lesson in unit 3 of the reading and writing program, and today we are learning a very exciting new letter, and that is the letter le. And this is very exciting for me in particular because my name has 2 of these letters in it, and we are going to learn how to write my name together. And so le has 2 different versions, and it's different than anything you've seen before. It looks like that. And this is le bozorg. So this is what it looks like at the end of a word. And le kuchik is very similar, but it doesn't have that ending lip like a lot of letters that we've learned. So le bozorg, and when it comes at the end of a word, it looks like that. Le kuchik, when it comes at the beginning or middle of the word, it looks like that. So now let's look at how this letter interacts with other letters. So when it comes with a ah, it's a little bit different than other words that we write. Usually when we have something like this, we'll go down and then up. But when we have a le followed by an ah only, we do this and then we go back up. We take our pencil up and then we go down. So sometimes this leads to some creative writing techniques, which I'll show you. Again, that comes in play with my name. So a le with a u after it becomes lu. A le with the e afterwards becomes li. A le with an a sound is la. Le with an e sound is le. And a le with an o accent is lo. So now let's look at how this plays out with some different words. So again, I went down and I'm going to pick my pencil back up. Do that. Lock, and that is fingernail paint. Lock. A le with the u. Loose, and that means silly. Loose. Le with e is limu, and that is lemon. This le opens up to so many new words. I can't believe we waited till now to learn it. A le with an accent is la. Lab. Lab is lips. Lab. A le with an accent is simply a le. Le boss. Le boss is clothing. And lo r. And le with an o is a lo, and lor are a certain sect of people in Iran. Loris. And so that's all of our letter le with our different vowel sounds. So let's go over this together. Again, this is le bozorg, le kuchik. Le with an a sound is la. Le with an u sound, lu. Le with an e sound, li. Le with an a accent, la. Le with an e accent, le. And a le with an o accent, lo. So a word that's formed, lock, fingernail paint. Loose, le with an u. Loose means silly. Limu, lemon. Lab, lips. Lebas is clothes. And lor, a certain tribe of people. Lor, certain nationality. There's all these words. Now let's practice a few more. Using our new letter. So these I'm going to do all in the same color so we can practice spotting our new letter. So here is an example of the le all by itself in all of its glory. So we use the le bozorg version. This is sol, and that means year. Sol. See that again? Bal, and that is a wing. So we haven't really gotten into it. I'm writing it very in a print style. Writing style in Persian is very different than print style. There's a lot of liberties that you can take, and you can start to see this a little bit. A lot of different curves that you can make that make your handwriting unique. And we'll see that later on as we get more and more comfortable reading and writing Persian. So this is a word that we covered before. See if you can read it. Le with an a, lab, and that's lips, lab. And le bas, clothing, le bas, another one that we've covered before. Here's two les. Lu, le, lule, and that is a hose, lule. And watch this. So hopefully you noticed I did pick up my pencil, so I did this, picked up my pencil to go back to the ah. That's only when you have a le with an ah afterward you do that. So this is Ladan, and that is Matt's wife's name. If you follow our podcast, Matt is learning Persian, and his wife's name is Ladan. There you go. So this is bala, and this is another example of how handwriting has a little bit more liberty. When it comes at the end like this, and you have a le and an a, you can squeeze them together a little bit more like that. That's usually how it's written, more so than something like this. This is very printy, blocky. But it looks like that, bala, and that means up, bala. So same thing here. You have the le with an a, being a little bit more handwriting with it, becomes salām, and that's an important word. It means hello, salām. Let's look at two les. Balal, and that is a corn on the cob, is balal. And this one is an Arabic word, but we say it all the time. Valla. Valla is really, valla. So you'll say like, valla, I don't feel like doing this. Really, I don't feel like doing this. So valla, and again, that's the le with an a. So again, we draw the le and then go back up for the a. And finally, we'll get to something very exciting, which I said, and that is my name. So this is my name, Layla. So that's how you spell it. You have an le in the beginning with an accent, Layla. And a lot of times you'll see this word written, this is my name, I've written it a lot. You'll see it even more exaggerated like that. So you can see, as I said, there's a lot of play with that letter le. It's very curvy. And you can make it that way when you write it. So when you see something like this, that's the le with an a coming after it, which you can see we started to do here. Here it's a little bit more exaggerated. This is Layla, my name. So again, let's go over all these. that one. Sal, year. Bal, wing. Lab, lips. Libas, clothing. Lule is a hose. Ladan is a girl's name, specifically our friend Matt's wife's name. Bala, up. Salām, hello. Balal is corn on the cob that they sell on the street. Walla is an Arabic word meaning something like truthfully or really. Walla. And finally, Leila, which I won't write. You know how that is. And so those are all of our words with the letter Le. And that is the last that's the last lesson of Unit 3. Hopefully you learned a lot. You have a lot of homework to do. Make sure that you understand everything in this unit very well before moving on to the next one. We still have quite a few letters to go over, but the better your foundation is in this understanding of reading and writing, the more you can easily integrate the new letters that you learn. Remember that this is a cumulative process. We've been taking it very slowly, very nicely. 2 steps forward, sometimes a step back. Make sure that we have fully integrated all of the things that we've been learning together so that we can have a very good understanding of how to read and write. And remember, just like in our reading and writing lessons, same as in our speaking lessons, we cover the basics and then we transition to really exciting things like poetry, and we'll be there before you know it. So take your time, learn this deeply well, and we'll see you in the next unit. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for watching the Learn Persian with Chai and Conversation reading and writing program. As I mentioned in the video, this video is just one part of the complete reading and writing system that we've created. And you can find all of our bonus materials, which include reading practices and writing practices, on our website. The link is below, chaiandconversation.com. In addition to our reading and writing program, we have a comprehensive conversational Persian course where we teach you how to speak conversational Persian the way actual Iranians do, not informal Persian that you read. And so that's available on the website, as well as our reading and writing program. So if you just go on there, you can see all the materials that we've created over the last 10 years, and hopefully we'll see you there.